Hello student, I am Parinda Prajapati and today we are going to learn the SQL concept. To perform the SQL query, I am going to use the SQL command line. So whenever we are using the SQL command line, we need to first connect with our database. To connect with our database, we have to write the connect, then semicolon and then enter. It will ask you for the username. You have to write username, which is generally system only, and then password. This password is whatever the password you have provided while doing the installation. So I'm writing my password and it will give you the message like connect. Now we can do the SQL command, or we can perform the SQL command in our SQL command line. So today in this video lecture we are going to perform some basic commands like some DDL command and some DML command. So what is DDL? So DDL is data definition language. It's DD. So DDL is data definition language. So now what is data definition language? So whenever we are performing command to create some table, like I want to give the table name, then I want to give a column name, then I want to give the types to that columns. I want to give the different size to the column. So whatever the commands or whatever the operation perform on table structure are known as DDL, data definition language. After creating table, we can also modify table, like if I want to update new update some existing column, or if I want to add a new column, or I want to delete the structure, then also I can perform all the queries with using the DDL command. Another category is DML, which is known as data manipulation language. Data manipulation language category is for data. So whenever we are inserting data, or then we are updating our data or deleting data, these queries comes under the DML commands. So let's start with the create table query. So first, to create the table, we have to write create table, then table name. You can give any table name. I'm giving the college 1, which is my table name. Then in bracket you have to give the column. So I want to give first column with SID will be my first column. Then with using the space SID space, then you have to give the type to your column. Like in SID, it will have numbers only. I will enter just a digit only, like 123 or 111213, whatever kind of digit is there. So to provide the number inputs, we have to write type number. In SQL, for the numbers, the type is number only. Then in bracket you can give the size. I'm giving the size 10, which means my number won't exceed the limit of 10. It will be maximum 10 digit or less than 10 digit. Comma, you can give another column. So my next column will be S name. For that, I'm giving the type varchar. So my name will be in the character, or it is the combination of string. So for that, our data type is variable character, which is known as varchar. In that also I am giving size, like my name should not be exceed the limit of 20. So right now I'm going to take 2 columns only. So complete the bracket, then semicolon, and then enter. So it will shows the message like table created, but we can't see that how the table is created. So if you want to see the structure of your table, you can type description. ESC stands for description, then your table name. So college 1 semicolon enter. It will show you the schema of your table. So here we can see that we have 2 column, name with SID and S name, and the type of SID is number with size of 10, and type of S name is varchar with size of 20. So now next is to insert the data in this table. So to insert the data in the table, where create table is a DDL command, and insert into is a DML command. So to insert the data or insert the record in the table, there are many ways. Mainly there are 3 ways. So let's check it out one by one. So first is insert space into, then table name, then values. So my first column is SID. So for that I will give the 1 comma, and then second column is S name. For that I'm giving Hitesh, and complete the bracket, semicolon, enter. 1 row is created. To enter the another row if you want to use the same query. So and you, if you don't want to write the insert into college name, college values again, then you can just simply use the up arrow key. With that you will get the all previous queries. So here I will just modify the data, like for the second row I will add the 2, and here Viral, and now I am entering. So one row is created. So this is a one way to insert your data. If you want to insert data with changing the column, like if you want to give first S name, and then if you want to give the SID, then you can write here like that. Insert into table name, then S name, SID in bracket, then values, and now you have to type values as per, like first we have entered the S name, so I will give the first S name, Kriti, and then I'm giving D for SID, semicolon, enter. One row is created. This is another way to insert into our table. Then if you like, if it may be possible that we don't have some like 4 to 5 records only, we have multiple records. So each and every time if you don't want to write this insert into query, then what you can do is insert into table name, then your column name, then values. Now you don't have to add the value. Instead of that, I'm adding ampersand SID and ampersand S name. What it will do, each and every time it will give me like enter the ID and enter the name. So each and every time whenever I hit the enter, what I have to do, I have to just add the ID and name. So let's enter this. So see, you can see that enter the value for SID. So I will add the like okay 4, and S name is, whenever you are entering the value for varchar or varchar type of column, at that time you have to enter the value in single quoted. So in here also, just like in this way also, we have to use a single quote, otherwise it will give the error. So here I am adding another, then enter. One row is created. If you want to use that query again, then what you have to do is use a / and then enter. So it will ask you again for the another SID. Now I'm giving the 5, and then giving name T in single quote, and then enter. My one row is created. So we have entered the 5 different records. So now next thing is to see the records, because right now it is showing that one row created, but you can't see the actual data in the table. So to see the data in the table, we have to use the command of select query. So how to use select query? There are multiple ways to use the select query as per the requirement. Suppose you want to see the everything, like all columns and all record, then I will write the select, then star stands for everything, and from which table you want to see the data. So select star from college 1, semicolon, enter. Now you can see the whole table with everything, like all values. We have entered different 5 values. So SID and S name, 2 columns are there, and the appropriate or according to data are there, like 1 for Hitesh and 5 for Preeti. If you want to select, just if you want to give S name or just SID only as your output, then also you can use a select query like that. For an example, select S name from college. It will give you the S name only. Same way you can select the SID also. If you want some specific record, that like if I want the record of S name where SID is 3, then also I can write query like that. For an example, select S name from college, and you have to write the condition. Here my condition is SID equal to 3. So where SID is equal to 3, so output will be Kriti. And you can see in the table that for the SID 3 we have Kriti. Okay, so these are the different ways to use the select query. If you want whole table to be ordered by in ascending or descending, then also you can use a select query like that. For an example, select star from table name and ordered by, suppose you want to order by S name, enter. So your whole table will be in ascending order. By default, order by is in ascending order. If you want to give the descending, then select, or I will use the same query with a arrow, and I will add ESC after S. Now enter. So now the whole table is in descending order. So in this video lecture, we have seen the basics of SQL, like how to create the table, how to insert the record in the table, and how to access the data with using the select query. In next video lecture, we will cover the other commands of DDL, DML, DDL and DML both. So in that we will see the how to alter table or how to change the table structure, how to edit record or how to update record, how to delete table structure or how to delete data and everything. Thank you so much.